Next up, we got Charlie. I have never seen you before, so hello, welcome to the stream and everything. Thanks for joining the Duck Hunt Discord and all that stuff. Uh, yeah, I know nothing about you. Looks like you are Oklahoma, from what I can tell. I think you're the first Oklahoma Duck Hunt that we've had so far. I can check the old locator doc that we had, but yeah, I think you're probably the first one. So definitely interested to see what you're going to bring out here. Let's see what you have brought to the table. You got Falco over here. I know a couple of Duck Hunts complain about this matchup, but truth be told, it's really not that bad. The main thing is that Falco's advantage state against Duck Hunt's extremely good. And because he has the only reflector that's frame 1, at least to my knowledge, he can auto-respond to a lot of things a lot better compared to a lot of other characters. But you should be treating all reflectors the same. Basically, if you think they're going to reflect, you play around that. So that way, if he throws it out, in this case, Falco goes into... Actually, never looked how long that move was. Reflector is 44 frames in total. So think about him like throwing out a gunman. That's what reflector is. That's how you kind of want to punish it. If you're close to him, you just want to hit him. There is no hitbox when the reflector is coming back as well. It can still reflect, but it can't hurt you. So it can't interrupt. It only interrupts when it goes out. So definitely use that knowledge to your advantage as well. So once he throws out the reflector, if it hits the can, then just avoid the can and then just go ahead and punish him if you're close enough. And that should be enough to deal with that. Outside of that, very, very good at boxing, but very slow, so you can just keep him out very easily as well. And because due to multi-hits just kind of being just the nature of all the moves that he has, you can sort of just clay pigeon through a lot of things. So the main thing to be aware of is, like, if he has his back turned to you, he's got that broken back air. Just be ready for that. So let's see what you do. And drop down gunman. Okay. See, like, yeah, that right there. That was actually a really good setup to have. Is that enough? No, I might have been pressing the wrong one. Okay, let's look at that. So shield can, good there. So now that he's got like this reflected, there's no way that can's gonna hit you. All you have to do is watch the drift. If he landed there, of course, up air, which I feel like you might have been anticipating, and then if he lands in front of you, you can just go ahead and punch that. So you had a really good setup there, but you were not ready. Yeah, he can't really land with anything there. Good use of shield can. Yeah, this part gets rough. Edge guarding, Falco can pretty much auto kill you in a lot of scenarios, and never let illusion go unpunished. Every illusion, regardless of who you're playing, should just be punished. Yeah, that's kind of the issue with backer. Backer's very strong. Okay, so remember this. If Falco ever uses illusion, he cannot use illusion again until he lands on the ground. So once you have that set up, and I think he used his jump already. No, he didn't. So once he uses all of his I think the can was good, so you just forced him to burn it. But then at this point, you should just be ready to back air, down air, whatever you need to do to just like hit him off. Of course, after you hit him, he can illusion again. So as long as you get him below the ledge, he's pretty much dead. Yeah, you're not punishing fair with up smash. I'll just throw that out there. Good timing on that can there. Yeah, something else to note, Falco can't actually kill you off of a throw. So, in a lot of those cases, when you get to like that 90%, just jump away. If you air dodge, he can read it, then back air you. If you do end up in front of him though, and like the ledge is over there, then at least if you air dodge, the most he's getting is like a fair. So that's not really the worst case scenario in the world. Oh, he doesn't know how to edgeguard duck hunt. Yeah, if he just went down with fair, he would have killed you. Yeah. Yeah, there's zero reason for you to go for a hard commitment there. Just like watch where he firebirds and then punish. Because like even if he firebird into the ground here, you would have had enough time to react with an F smash. So don't go for reads there. Just react. Firebird's slow enough for that. If he went straight, you would have known exactly what to do. Oh, no. No. You had the right idea at the very least, so I'm not going to be angry at you for that. See, that's the other thing, too. Like, what did you go for there? A Nair? Oh, well, we went very far back. That's kind of the curse of having the full streams for matches. Oh, well, we're very far back, actually. Okay, I think this is about where we were. Oh, wow, yeah. No, we're a lot farther than that. Yep, exactly that. Yeah, so it's like from where he was. So if he goes straight, he would have landed on that platform. So you could have at least hit him with up smash or up air. Up air would have been better. So you would have had the juggle, and then you would have been able to land there to continue and extend it. If he goes up, then same exact deal. Actually, if he went up, you could have jumped up on this platform and then F smashed him. And then if he went down, then you could have done that as well. Like that was just very bad sense of awareness there. And that was just depressing. The idea was at least correct. Oh yeah, so this is what I actually wanted to talk about. Yeah. So like there, you have the can, now you can land with fair, but you decide to go with there that has significantly less range, and now you missed your entire opportunity there. So yeah, it's like things like that. If you know gunman bakes out the reflector, so pretty much consistently when you're throwing out the gunman, you're baiting out that reflector. So you should have a plan to punish that in place already. Especially when you're this late into the game. That was very smooth. Good stuff for letting that there. That was a very hard one to get. But yeah, now it's just like there's all these really small things because like against any of the spacies, like once you get them off stage, like if they're like at 40%, you could just straight up kill them. Like their mix-ups are absolutely horrendous when they're off stage. So as long as you know like the rinse and repeat that you need to do for them, they should just die. See, that's just something that you really got to keep in mind. And the good thing about spacies is you can practice covering them in training mode. Just because, like, it's literally side B or up B. That's really the most they're going to do for you outside of those air dodge scenarios. But once you can cover side B and up B, you're good. Really good spacing on that. I honestly thought that the cam would explode on you. You'd have to go for a shield cam. Ooh, really good can there. Like, your spacing with projectiles is very good. It's just, when it comes to some other things, you're just a little bit off there. I guess it's just more of the ideas that you have for neutral. Okay, very good. Yeah, I was hoping that you were going to go for the wall bounce there. Oh, why that? Why all of that? Ah. Oh, you were doing so good. Oh, man. Like, you just got so antsy at the end there. And that's a free punish. Like when you let's go back to that scenario real quick. Okay. So when you have somebody that's taking 10 years to like finish hitting that can, you could just like go up there and then hit him with an up air because you know it's a multi-hit move. It's going to freeze him there even longer. And hitting can is basically a free opening for a punish. Regardless of matchup, that's just like a true fact when you're fighting against duck hunt. If you have a gunman or a can that is holding them there, fully exploit that if you're in range to punish. And I'll also kind of like defer. What the hell just happened? Okay. No, you weren't. Oh man. Okay, so this is. Let's see if I can get to. Okay, yeah, okay, that's right where we were. Yeah, no, YouTube's fine. I don't know what happened right there. So kind of just to prove my point about at least Falco, let's look at that fair hitbox. Oops, let me hit this real quick. Okay, so let's look at that just right there. So I'm going to pull up UFD right here. We're going to look at this hitbox. So you basically have access to his full feet to just like go ahead and hit him. So like if he jumped up and up aired in this direction, like of course there's a chance he might have clanked or lost, but he has like this little part here that's still vulnerable and all that. Even right there, it looks like there's a little part of his hurt box. It's his wing. So as long as you just jumped and up aired him like in the middle or like in the back, you would have caught him, and then you would have just been able to just. At 133, you probably could have taken his stock since that up air would have been fresh since you just died. So, you know, things to keep in mind. Okay, good. You actually got the spacing for that. That's a little bit hard to do. Because yeah, you can two frame with up air with F tilt. It's just that you need to make sure you're not at the ledge. Okay, very good call out there. No. Okay, so when you're playing against fastballers, you had like a guaranteed second clay pigeon there. And that second clay pigeon would have led to a back air right around here, and he would have died, as long as he got the sweet spot. Okay, good. Yeah, you don't want to risk it there. Okay. You at least you at least knew what to do there. You knew what to do. I'm happy for that. A little bit off on the execution, but you had the right idea. Remember this, shield will prevent illusion from going through. So just like run back shield so that he hits it, and you can drop and then F tilt him. You'd have down angled F tilt. You would have put him very, very close to dying. So something you should keep in mind, specifically about fighting battles, and welcome, Bull. Thanks for following. Something you should keep in mind is that because of the way that he works vertically, like, you know, his really, really high jumps, horizontal movements, pretty garbage. You're going to be looking for up airing to hit him a lot more often than you are with like forward air or back air. So keep that in mind. Even though the ceiling's really tall here, he is a very, very, very light character. Got a decent amount of range. Up air, at least above that lower platform, that should kill. Unless it's really stale. Which I don't think you've hit him with that many on this stock yet. Oof. Yeah, he just kind of called you out there. And back air's not really a move you can react to. You just have to think that he's going to go for it. That move is dumb. If you don't know, back air... Oh, it's a lot slower now. It's frame 9. Oh, never mind. You can react to it. Not really. Like, you still have to guess it, but it's not. It's no longer the frame 3 madness that it used to be. So that's the background I'm used to fighting. No, you do not want to challenge Bear. That's like the worst idea in the world. It's like, how do I lose an exchange faster than I could have before? That's what challenging that Bear will do. If you're talking about shield can, that's fine. Okay, yeah. Other thing you need to know about Falco. This is Falco specific. Did I go forward? No, I did. I did. I feel like I... Or no, maybe it was right there. Okay, yeah. I think it's right here. Maybe not. Somewhere here. Okay, yeah. So, thing to know about Falco's illusion. Let me see if UFD shows it off. Kinda. Okay, well, we'll still show it. Falco's Phantasm is a very dumb move. So this is it over here. He actually has no hitbox on the body himself. It's only on the Phantasms. And as you can see, this hitbox is awful. Like, his whole entire face is exposed and everything. So what you want to do whenever you're fighting Falco and he needs to recover is just make sure that can is just right in front of him. So in this case, as long as you pinged it a little bit, like over, as long as you got right here, you would have just hit him again. That's the only thing you had to keep in mind. Bane, thanks for the follow. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Okay, that's good that you went for can there. You would have died otherwise. Now you're dead. Don't forget, you can also air dodge after up B. So if you're ever in those predicaments where you think you're going to get slammed by feet, that's a very good thing to use. Okay, see, like that's a down air. You should not miss those. That is just a fundamental fact about fighting Fox and Falco that you just need to make sure you have down every single time. Also, when you're going to cover Fox and Falco, or actually no, I lied. When you're going to be covering a landing, and they're up in the air, right after their hit stun is done. If you're fighting a fast faller, right after their hit stun is done, jump gunman now. So then that way when they land, the gunman bullet is about to go off. When you're fighting a floaty, obviously they have a lot more time before they get down. Okay. Ooh, wow. I want you guys to admire the spacing right there. Like, look at this. Look how like pixel perfect that is. Because keep in mind, this thing can still come back and like just reflect and then just destroy him. Oh, that's great. That's some good spacing. Okay, so scenario over here. Let me see if you use your jump. This thing's buffering. If you're ever able to, please don't send me entire VODs. They're rough. Okay. So yeah, you didn't use any jump at all. So in a scenario like this, He's not going to really have anything to beat out up air, so you could just kind of just jump back and up air him. Get a pretty good advantage start there. You do not want to go for back air just because his horizontal moves are going to be better than yours. Say like right there. The idea was good with the clay pigeon though. If you hit him with that, you probably could have killed him. You just were a little bit slow on detonating it. Good idea. Bad execution. Oh, that's actually something that you could do against Fox and Falco. You can Clay Pigeon F smash them. When he was like at that 60-70% perfect time, Clay Pigeon, run up, F smash. True combo. It's very good. Very, very good. Very clutch. Like that one is like the most necessary combo you need to know against Crom if you're ever fighting him. Because they're just sometimes you're like, oh, just die. See, like right there. No reason. When you have Cam that can cover literally every single option if he decides to go a little higher or a little bit low, don't even bother throwing out that clay pigeon. Just let Cam deal with it. You gotta DI away, otherwise those down throw combos are true. Okay, you at least called it out. You gotta remember that reflects frame 1. You need to play around it a little bit more. Oh, thank God you're a fast faller. I mean, he's a fast faller, not you. I mean, if I downloaded this stream, I would have just played it natively on my computer. I wouldn't have uploaded it. Oh, so I'm not really sure if I want to download 2 hours worth of information on, 2 hours worth of VODs on my computer. That's a lot. Okay. Let's see if any changes happen here. Overall, you're very solid. Like, you got really good setups, really, really good spacing on a lot of things you do. It's just like you're not keeping certain things. The biggest issue you have right now is you're just not keeping that reflector in mind. Like, Clay Pigeon's the absolute worst one to use against it. You gotta wait for, like, a commitment of an attack. Aw, man, he had a good thing going there. Okay, good. You at least punished it. There we go. Good. Okay, so now that was a bull. That's a BS one to fall out of right there. Also, we're keeping it PG so it doesn't get demonetized. Yeah. No, you gotta. Okay, good. You went for that can there. That up smash should have killed you at the very least. Remember, if he's going to keep going for that, you can actually run in and grab him as the reflector's retreating. So there's no hitbox as that reflector comes back. Ooh, that was a really good chase down. Oh, you barely missed there. That's it. Fine idea, at the very least. Okay, good catch. Ooh, you weren't ready for the landing, though. That was so good. That was really, really good. So kind of going back to classic Smash 4 ideas. Basically, as long... Canicide is a perfectly fine thing to use. It's really, really good for... if you're fighting a light character and your percentages are very different, you can always kill your opponent before they kill you. So Canicide's always very, very good for that. Remember, Can is frame 1, so as long as you respond correctly, you DI it good, you can kill them super early. So good job on that. Okay. Let's see what he does. Ooh, oh no, you weren't ready. Especially since this is directional air dodge too. They land with so much more lag there. Oh, now he made it even. But that should happen against Falco. Falco should grab you once and you should basically be at 50%. So don't get discouraged when you see that. That's just the matchup. And it's not like that's just a Duck Hunt exclusive thing. That's gonna happen against any character. And you know, Duck Hunt can break out of these combos. At least you went for it. He did actually go at a little bit of a tricky angle to go at, so at least, you know, he tried to be a little fancy with it. Okay, good that you stayed behind. Okay, you're doing a really good job of not... Oh, no, that was a back air! Oh, but you were... Okay, I really like what you did there. Because if he went for Reflect, it would have done nothing. And then he can't really advance there. He would have to, like, jump up and fair. So that was pretty good coverage. He did have a way around it, but he just have to have been ready for it. Okay, very, very good coverage. Okay, yeah, no, you clutched that. You clutched those two very nicely. So good stuff. But yeah, honestly, what you're doing at the end, more of that. But just be ready to get those killing blows as well. Like, when you get, like, Falco to 120 and he's at the ledge, like, you know, look for those openings to get that bear, because bear's going to kill him. Ah, you missed your buffer. Honestly, safe damage isn't a bad thing to go for. Real quick, if you're at those lower percents, fair, fast fall, fair, that'll be a true combo. So you can get a little bit more damage, a little bit more distance off of that. Yeah, a little bit more advanced, but when you have them in that situation where that can is right there, more than like, I would say like a good 70% of the time they're going to roll into you. So it's a good option to have ready to cover. Okay, smart on his part, good on your part as well. You had the right idea, at least at the ledge. Like, Bucks, if you're still here, this is the way that you should be playing the ledge. A lot more like this. I think he rolled in like right as soon as the active frames ended on F tilt. Oh god, that was scary. You could have survived that. Just fast fall down to the ledge. You would have grabbed that before that down smash would have came out. You should have been ready for that one. Okay, that percentage was worth it. 30%. The interesting thing about being at this scenario right here is it's going to be a little bit. Falco should get 2-piece combos here, so he's not going to really take you much farther beyond than that. So this is a really good percentage to be at. And it's not like you're at a... Like, the only way he's really killing you off the stage is like if he gets a dare. You weren't ready for the spacing. Oh man, you could have actually had that. He just didn't know what smash attack you're going for. I'd like 100% guarantee it. It's like, that's one complaint you'll always hear from people fighting Duck Hunt is like, they're like, I have no idea what smash attack he's going for. Ken, you're just not ready for these illusions. Like, if you hold shield, you will demolish him. Like, if he illusions on your shield and you're facing him, you can up smash him. Like, there's enough lag on it. There we go. Good stuff. See what happens when you keep it easy with Can. What are we going for? Oh no! Oh, you need it. You can get so much more off those clay pigeons. I would encourage you to practice like just like the tech scenarios or just going for the second CP because like at 30%, that a second one should be guaranteed. It might be a little bit different against Falco because he does have a frame one reflector, so there might be some instances, but no one's looking to use reflector as a combo breaker. Like that would be like if you know this matchup like by the back of your hand, you're going for that. Oh, this is scary. Yeah. Another thing too to keep in mind is if you see him spamming reflector, it might be best to hold the can, like not throw it out, because then that way he's just kind of leaving himself open, and then you could just jump up air him, or if you're close enough, you might be able to fast fall down and then jump back air him, and then he would be in a very bad scenario. So just a little thing to keep in mind. Overall, you played very good. Yeah, I wouldn't say you played bad. The ultimate things that led to your downfall is you were very bad at covering illusion. Like some games you were good, but like that last game you were super bad at it, and those should have been stocks. Like pretty much every single time he did it. And then I think towards the end you played better against Reflector, but there's a lot more you could do, especially when he's spamming it that much. Like you have to remember, like the second that it reaches that apex, you could just start running in after him and then like get a punish. You can't throw out a projectile the entire time that Reflector is out. It can reflect projectiles, so don't bother with like a clay pit or something like that. Just like run in, get your grab, get your dash attack, something like that. You can get those, and then. Honestly, do a lot more off those clay pigeon openings. You got a lot of those, and it's like you did back air, but you could have done more, like a second clay pigeon, reading the tech options afterwards. Like, you got a clay pigeon, then you jumped up on the platform. Like, I don't even know what you're trying to do at that point. If he was at like 70%, yes, that's where they're going to be. But when they're like at 30, 40, no, they're landing on stage. They're not doing anything else. If they're a fast follower at the very least. A floaty character is a different story. And then like even then, like if they're like 50, 60, they might even land on this platform over here. So you should be ready to come up with a scenario there where you're going to punish whatever tech option they go for there or lack of a tech option. So those are all the main things that you want to cover there. But overall, I really like your spacing on a lot of things that you do. Your ledge setups for the most part are very good outside of certain options that for some reason you weren't ready to do. And then yeah, you just need to focus on punishing illusion more. Neutral, really, your biggest thing was punishing Reflector. I think outside of the Reflector, I think you were good with that. And then, obviously, against all species, just trust your can to edgeguard by itself a lot more. I think this last game you didn't really throw out Clay Pigeon as an alternative. Like, you had can and then a Gunman. But the reason why Gunman's kind of fine to do is, in this case, you're still able to control can 100%. So I don't really have an issue with that. So yeah, those are really the main things. Overall, good stuff. Honestly, I was not expecting you to be this good when I first got linked to your set. But so no, you impressed me. You impressed me. So good stuff from there. You got room to grow, which is always a good thing. And I definitely have a lot of faith that you can do it. So keep it up. Any closing comments from you, Charlie, before we move it on over to the next one? Anything you want to say or do? I mean, Falco's the way that Falco works. So you can kind of challenge things with up air. Just not on the side. Side you're not gonna do. Okay, if we got no messages, then we will move it on to the next.